to Acu Quickies. This is a video about acupressure, and I will be sharing with you one acupressure point for your immune system. Alright, so before we begin, I'd just like you to know that I am not an acupuncturist or a TCM professional. I just happen to have some general knowledge about this from trainings that I have done with my own teachers. If you do have any other questions about the points, I do encourage you to go and find a licensed professional in your neighborhood and maybe have a conversation about that. I also do apply some of this knowledge into classes that I teach, and particularly for acupressure into this class called Acu Yin. Alright, so let's begin. So this particular point is a really good point to know. It is a common point as well that a lot of TCM practitioners will be able to tell you that it's good for overall general health and also really good for boosting your immune system. This point is located in the lower limbs, okay, into the lower limbs of the body, and to really show you and indicate clearly where the point is, I will be using an Acupin. Now, don't worry if you don't have one. It's just easy for me to indicate it. You can always use your finger for this particular point. It's really easy to access, okay? So if you have been having any issues in the stomach region, anything that is related to your digestion, anything that is related to abdominal pains, maybe bloating, indigestion, right? Anything stomach related at all. This is a point that is really handy to know because this point actually lies in the stomach meridian itself. And this point is called Du San Li. Okay, Du San Li means three li. And Li doesn't mean anything. It is a measurement system in ancient days. It has no relevance right now, okay, other than what we call the name for this particular acupoint. If you like to know, it's also known as ST36. Yeah. So for this point, it's also really good because it helps to boost any issues that you might have with the lungs as well, which is why it's really good for immunity, to help maybe with breathing and get released into the space. So you might be wondering where this spot is located in the lower limbs, but it is related to the immune system, and it's just really how the Chinese medicine knowledge and understanding works, is that if they look at the body as a whole system and not just in parts in terms of a function. It looks as for everything to work in harmony with one another this way, okay? And it's especially important to have good immune system because you need to be able to breathe well, and when you breathe well, you feel so much better for the body. When your immune system is strong, you don't fall ill as easily as well. You feel really healthy, and then you're able to, of course, go ahead and do other things. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the point specifically. Now, first and foremost, you will need to locate where your patella is. Okay, the patella is your kneecap. So I'd like you to go ahead and bend the knee, bring the knee outwards, and you can straighten the leg out and bend the knee. So when you do this, and maybe if you're not wearing leggings, maybe if you're wearing shorts, it might be easier to see a protrusion of the bone. So you can see here, maybe there's a bump here, okay? This is where my kneecap is, the patella is, and I can trace around with my finger. I can feel this space here. This, okay? You can see the size here. This is the size of my kneecap. It's not really large. Alright, so this is a kneecap. Now, from the lower side of the kneecap, okay, here, you can use the finger and you just trace it down. Okay, so down the middle of the tibia bone, the shin bone, and you will come, maybe it would dip down, and then you will come maybe to another, like a protrusion. It kind of just pops up. So this is what we call the anterior crest of the tibia bone. Okay, here. Mine is actually slightly to the lateral side. Everyone's position on the bone will be different, okay? And then from the spot here, you actually want to move it one finger width upwards, okay? Actually, you should be using a thumb. So one finger width outwards, okay? 1 chun is the measurement. And you bring it here. So this is that spot. And you can feel, maybe with a finger, if you kind of just feel around it, maybe you can feel that there's a little well or a depression into this space here. And so when I apply pressure into this space, I can immediately feel that it's tender. If you don't have an Acupoint, you could try using a chopstick. Just make sure that it's not the pointed, the really pointy ones, alright? So make sure that it is the plastic ones, the long yellow plastic ones, you know, that all the Chinese restaurants they use. Maybe you can try to use that, yeah, so that it's not a sharp edge, okay? Alright, so coming into this space, so you can just kind of press into it this way a couple of times here, this way, alright? If you don't have the Acupoint, you can use your finger, okay, use your thumb, just place the palm behind the cuff and you can press into it this way, alright? If you're doing it for someone, okay, you place the palm this way and you press it this way. So your hand rests on top of the shin and you're pressing either with the index finger or with the thumb, whichever hand that you're using. Alright, so from the patella, okay, from the kneecap, measuring down. Another way to measure it, just measuring down and outwards, okay, to the side, is to use 4 fingers downwards, and that really should bring you as well to the little protrusion, that anterior crest of the shin bone. So make sure that you do it on the other side as well, okay, on the left side, and maybe you notice that the shape and the position of the bones might be slightly different. So for tracing down from the kneecap, moving downwards, maybe the shape and the size of the crest on this side is slightly different, and that's absolutely fine, okay, that's really normal. Then bring it, okay, about, okay, this way. So 1 chun out so that you can see, okay, outwards to the lateral side. Find that depression, okay, that small little kind of hole, little space, and now in it goes, okay, into this spot. Ooh, okay, so this one is really good. Yeah, if you can do both sides, do it every day if you can. So about 30 times usually should be enough. You can just press it, hold it in and release, hold it in and release this way, or if you're using the Acupoint or your chopsticks, yeah. Again, okay, doing both sides, so just kind of needling it into that space. So I hope that this has been beneficial and helpful for you. Thank you for your time and for watching. I hope to catch you in the next video. Okay, bye.